All right, hey, what's your name? What are we doing here?
I'm Matt Taylor Rennert, and we are building a house up in Evergreen, Colorado, in the foothills outside of Denver. And we're just finished framing and most of the siding. We've got roofing going on, and we got our windows in, and we are about to start all our rough-ins inside, mechanical, plumbing, electrical.
And are you the architect on this?
I am also an architect, yeah, and I designed it, so. Yeah.
Good for you. So tell me about this location.
So we actually looked at that house right there.
Yeah.
It was last August, and we were really interested in it, and got outbid, and we saw this lot for sale right next door, and we were like, oh, why don't we just build a house? So that's what happened. There's a little bit more to it than that, but
and you're an architect, you know what to do, and
yeah, we thought it'd be fun and interesting, and couldn't really find what we were looking for in our price range up here. A lot of houses were outdated or really expensive, and
yeah.
So this is kind of the way we saw to make.
Have you personally built a custom home before?
Not really. When I was in architecture school, I was part of a design build program where we built a custom house ourselves. So that was sort of, yeah.
So you called on HomeWrights to help you out a bit then, huh?
Yeah. We've discovered HomeWrights, and I thought it was a good solution to, we talked to some full general contractors, and they were telling us some ridiculous price ranges, and that was way out of our budget. So yeah, we went with HomeWrights to kind of make it feasible.
So you're doing the owner builder program. So what are the basics of the owner builder program? How does that work?
Basically, HomeWrights acts as a consultant and holds your hand. They help you with budgeting, figuring out how much the project is going to cost so you can plan everything out. Mm-hmm. They help you with scheduling, and probably most importantly, they help you find subcontractors, and they have a lot of subs that they work with regularly that they put you and give you a list, and you can contact them, and most of them have been pretty good so far.
And so then doing the owner builder program, what are your responsibilities in this process?
A lot of responsibilities. I mean, it's everything is ultimately our responsibility. But HomeWrights is there to help. It'd be a lot scarier, and probably would not nearly be able to get as good of a budget figured out and scheduling without having the experience that HomeWrights has. Yeah.
So who is your project coordinator on this one?
John Gifford is our project coordinator.
Okay, so how often does he come around, or how does he specifically help out, or does he?
He's usually up here like once a week or so, and just talk to him on the phone whenever I have a question, and what do you think of this subcontractor? Should this go this way or that way, and things like that. So
yeah. So everybody always asks, okay, so this is great. So if you're going to flip this house, obviously you've saved some money and you've got some margin and you could sell it. But in this case, you're going to live in this house, right?
Right.
So what is the financial benefit? You don't have to give me personal details, but in general, what is the benefit to you?
Versus if we went with a general contractor, I think we'd probably be spending more than the house would be worth if we needed to sell it right away for some reason.
Yeah.
I think it's just not, or maybe breaking even.
Yeah.
But doing it this way, we are building a house for less than it's actually worth. And if we needed to sell it for some reason, or in a couple of years we sell it, we don't plan on that, but you always have to account for that kind of thing.
Sure.
Then you would probably make a profit even, or not lose money on it.
So you've got some instant equity then.
Yeah,
that's kind of nice.
If you want to do it yourself, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, if you want to be in control and have all that responsibility, but you don't know how to build a house or have not the full breadth of experience in building a house like me, I had a little bit of experience, but I felt like I needed a little bit more, then then that's a good solution. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, you know, people who want to build, but maybe it doesn't make financial sense to hire a full general contractor.
Yeah.
It's a solution.
Cool. So if somebody was to say, what are the biggest concerns you have about being your own contractor, what would you say?
I mean, in the beginning, it was very scary because we got a few bids that came in way higher than we thought. And we're like, oh no, we're gonna blow our budget, and you know, it's all on me. But then we had a lot of bids that came in way under budget. So it ended up we're still under budget overall. So that was in the beginning. That was my biggest concern. Is like, what did we get ourselves into? We're a little bit over our heads, but I did talk to John about that, our project coordinator, and he tried to ease my concerns that it'll all work out, and it did work out.
Yeah,